Have you ever wondered why a player who dominates in real life might not be a fantasy football superstar, or why a seemingly average player becomes a must-start on your team? The answer often lies hidden in the fine print of your league settings. The impact of scoring rules on player value in fantasy football is absolutely fundamental. Different scoring systems drastically alter how individual player performances translate into fantasy points, directly affecting their worth and your strategy for building a winning roster. The core reason for this shift in value comes down to how each statistical category is weighted. In a points per reception, or PPR, league, every catch earns a player points, typically 1 full point per reception. This significantly boosts the value of wide receivers and pass-catching running backs, making them for more appealing than in a standard scoring league, where only yardage and touchdowns count. Conversely, in a standard league, players who rack up rushing yards and touchdowns, like traditional bell cow running backs, are king because their primary method of scoring is rewarded more heavily. Fractional scoring, where you get points for every yard instead of in 10-yard increments, also smooths out player scores and rewards consistency. Furthermore, some leagues offer bonuses for long touchdowns or hitting certain yardage milestones, which can make big play threats disproportionately valuable. Even defensive scoring can vary widely, with different points for sacks, interceptions, safeties, or points allowed, all influencing which defensive units are most desirable. To leverage this knowledge, you should always check your league's specific scoring rules before your draft and before making any waiver wire moves. This means diving into the league settings on your fantasy platform to understand every detail, from reception points to kickoff return yards. Once you know the rules, you can adjust your draft strategy accordingly, prioritizing players whose skill sets align perfectly with your scoring system. For instance, if you are in a full PPR league, you might draft a slot receiver with high target volume earlier than you would in a standard league. This targeted approach helps you maximize the return on every draft pick and roster spot. Understanding these nuances allows you to identify what we call true value versus perceived value. A player might be universally ranked high, but his value could diminish significantly in your specific league rules, or vice versa. This insight enables you to capitalize on inefficiencies, drafting players your opponents might overlook because they are not adjusting for your league's specific scoring. It is about finding those hidden gems who are undervalued by general rankings, but perfectly suited for your setup. Ultimately, recognizing how deeply scoring rules influence player value is a critical step towards dominating your fantasy league. It is not just about identifying good players, but about identifying players who are good within the framework of your unique scoring system, ensuring every point earned on the field translates to maximum impact for your team.